Hey, welcome back to Liberty Marksman. I'm Scott, he's Ken, and today we're going to give you a little background story about Liberty Marksman.
We have one crew guy that helps us out in the field. His name's Phil. Phil hangs out here at the shop a couple times a week.
And he's also a customer of ours, and he's a great guy. He's got this one habit. He keeps buying parts to build rifles.
He's probably got like 3 rifles underneath our bench that have not been assembled yet.
We've got
One's
parts
waiting for
here,
Cerakote.
we've got parts over there,
Yeah.
we got parts over here. Well, today we walk in.
We want to film a new video.
And I happen to notice this pile of parts that are sitting here that I kind of know all go together. So
We're going to put it together on him.
we're going to pull a shot and put it together for him. Kind of move things along.
Yeah, sometimes you got to give a little push to the ones you care about.
So let's see what he's got. Because I think he made some pretty good choices all around. Now the upper, I don't know where he got the upper. Do you remember whose make it was?
It's a Creole Forge.
It's Creole Forge.
Upper, so it's a good upper.
It's a good upper. Looks good. It's got a nice slick coating on the inside. Got a Troy ambidextrous charging handle. Not bad.
Got a Mission First Tactical Minimalist stock.
And he's got the full auto bolt group. Very bolt group. Looks like it's just regular coating.
What's he got for a barrel?
What's he got for a barrel?
Oh,
It's nice fluted.
it's a Green Mountain
223 Wild. 1-1/8 twist.
stainless steel.
Stainless steel.
Looks like mid-length.
Yeah, we'll just set that right in there for now. So we're going to roll off.
But we might as well feature this part. Handguard. It's got the BCM KMR-A. I think that's the Key Mod Rail Alpha.
Well, it comes with a little section of...
Oh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's got a rail section and a quick detach
Oh, yeah.
for the Key Mod. That's kind of cool. You don't see
No,
the Key Mod quick detach come in too often.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
So that's pretty cool.
Now, I know this is a CMMG gas block and gas tube.
Yep.
That much I know. Man. Wow. That's some...
Well, that's a nice looking rail.
Yeah, why don't you show it to him?
Oh, you want me to show it?
Yeah, I'll give you it to him.
We'll let the big
I'm
guy
still
get the
unpacking.
exercise. That's actually a pretty cool looking rail. If you look
Alright, so for now...
right at the end, and then it's numbered all the way down. I really like how they did at the top. They removed more material, try to keep the weight down.
Yeah, hey, you know what?
So why don't you get a weight
I
on
think I
that?
got a scale here. You want the gas block? Why don't you
Gas
show them
block?
that, and then we'll pop out the gas block.
In typical fashion, it comes with the wrench and all the mounting hardware. So let's we're gonna pop the nut out and the mounting hardware, and we'll get you a weight on this rail. I'll bring in for the weight here.
Alright, let's see. So we got the handguard, the nut, and the hardware.
Grams. Don't know grams. 11 ounces.
Oh,
That's actually not bad.
that's really light.
For a
I mean,
15-inch rail, that ain't bad.
that's not bad. You know with the key mod? So let's take a look at the instructions. It's double-sided. Really?
We don't need directions
You're
here.
just going to wing it.
So what we always do.
Alright. Alright, here we go.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. So of course we've got our
Knock off Geisley
reaction rod, because you know you got to have one of those. Just gonna slot that on there. Start out with a little cant.
I suppose I should zoom this in, huh?
I'll get that. You get
Oh,
your,
they make me do
you
it.
get your torque wrench. I think you need some Battleborn too.
Yeah, need a little grease.
Have a little grease. I think that's always good to save the threads. Now you know. You're gonna do the whole back it off, put it on, back it off, back it on, put it on. You're
Usually
gonna relieve
do.
those. All right.
You usually do that because you want to get a stretch on your threads.
There you go.
Just saying.
Just saying. But I don't know if that's in the instructions or not, but
I'm using my mechanical engineering degree. Alright guys, so take your barrel nut and use any high temperature grease. We just use the Battleborn because We'll use it with anything, but you could use any moly grease that's for high temp, and just smear some in there. You want to get some lube on the threads, especially when you've got a fresh anodized receiver, because it tends to drag on there pretty good. So you don't want to scrub your threads. Steel and aluminum. You can actually hear it. They say to torque it down. Yes, I read the directions. They say to go ahead and torque it down to 40 to 50 foot-pounds, and then back it off and tighten it 4 times. That way you get a stretch on your threads and you make sure that your barrel is completely home.
So wouldn't you say that between 40 and 50 foot-pounds of torque is quite a big range?
Yeah, it's 10 foot-pounds.
Out of 40, it's like 25%.
Am I torquing this one so we don't have to get 1,000 comments or we didn't use torque wrench right?
Well, I'm just saying, that we've been at this point before where people love to criticize, but when you get a torque range that gives you a 25% variance on its initial torque. Mm-hmm. So if you're at 40 and you're going to go 40 to 50, that's 10 foot-pounds of torque. That's 25% of your initial fucking setting. So when somebody wants to go all Nazi about how to use a torque wrench and what's tight and good and tight and not tight enough, I'm just saying, enough of that.
It is the 27th, isn't it? This week's gonna suck.
Why don't you show them that that fancy wrench that came with it?
Yeah, they really got a cool setup here. It's like a 3-lug wrench, and the groove in a barrel nut, it just slides in perfectly. And then you just get it locked in. So I'm going to go ahead and use my torque wrench. And
what kind of torque wrench is that, by the way?
It's a Snap-on torque wrench.
Is that a Snap-on digital torque wrench? No, will that torque wrench work both in left-hand and right-hand applications?
Well, yes, it will.
Oh, okay. I just want to get that out there.
And it's talking to me. So we're going to run this down. Go. Almost. Run it down, and most torque wrenches you probably don't want to back the nut off with the torque wrench, but this one's designed to be torqued in both directions. And because I'm not worried about this one popping, so I'm going to go ahead and run it back down again.
This will be the second time of the 4 times I told you to do it.
Well, yes, it would be. You're very observant.
Astute, even.
Ass
astute. Ass stout. I don't know. At least I'm not wearing an ass Scott.
Not even going to touch that one.
I wouldn't either.
And we'll back it off.
You're out. There you go.
Well, thank you for clarifying that. I hadn't noticed that. And for our final torque, make sure everything is perfectly in line to get the optimized torque angle. Oh, wrench wasn't square. There we go! Alright, we're good to go there. Alright, so BCM is telling you in the directions that the fit of the handguard to the barrel nut can be really tight, and you shouldn't wiggle it on, you shouldn't beat it on, but you might want to take a heat gun or a hair dryer and warm up this end of the handguard so it'll expand enough that it'll slide right on.
However, they did say that you can use a rubber mallet.
A non-metallic hammer.
Look at the hair hanging off on that thing.
You're molding.
Bad for close-up. So, heat gun for 60 seconds. Mm-hmm. Do you happen to have a heat gun?
Yeah, we actually do.
Look at that.
Vintage. Alright, so let's just to verify that this is such a tight fit, because you hear that claimed a lot.
Don't wiggle.
I'm not
they
wiggling.
say not to wiggle.
That is a tight fit.
You're wiggling it.
I'm wiggling it a little bit.
Don't wiggle it.
Just a little bit.
Oh my god. This is going nowhere good.
Wow.
You got the cranker upper on there?
For fuck's sakes, I do.
Yeah, you do. Let it get hot before you even put it in there. Give it a true 60 seconds, and that thing's blazing.
I'm sure they want to sit here and listen to this thing run for 60 seconds, so they'll be back.
Let me show you what it really looks like. You can see the inside of that heat gun gets cherry red. This ain't your average hair dryer.
This guy used to have a lot more hair until this hair dryer.
Yeah.
Oh, what a dick.
Yeah, the 80s weren't real good to me. Some. Took
We
out
just
the
blew
breaker.
the breaker. How fucking awesome is that?
We'll be right back.
Well, apparently we don't have enough power on that outlet.
Yeah, he's going to show you how to install the gas block real quick. And I'm going to go heat up a handguard.
I'm not really going to show you how to install a gas block. I'm just going to put the gas block on.
There you go.
So I get this aligned, and then Scott's going to take the handguard out and heat it up off the outlet. That's not breaker. Don't ask. But there's something you need to show them with that.
Okay. Now, when you go to put this handrail on, there's this little alignment piece that hugs each side of your upper receiver, but it's actually got 2 mil grooves in here that it locks into, and that's made out of steel, so that it's not a thinned out piece of aluminum that might be able to rock or tweak or crack or whatever. So that's going to be something that we have to actually install while it's hot and we're sliding this thing on. Now these 2 holes right here are actually the bolts that are going to actually go through a relieved slot that's in your barrel nut. And we'll get a close-up of that when we're installing it, because they gave you these pretty cool little wedges that they'll be opposing on either side. Bolt comes in from this side, bolt comes in from that side, but they both have to fit through the slot. So let me go get this thing heated up and I'll show you. Alright, so now I got the handguard good and hot. We're going to slide it up.
You better not wiggle that bastard.
Yeah. And it is still relatively snug. Like I said, I think it just heat sinks it out so fast.
Yeah, you're trying to heat up one end of aluminum when you got all this stuff to soak it away. You're not going to mess it up going straight back as long as you don't cock it. You won't build a burr or anything. But yeah, I could see rotating it, how that would happen.
Yeah, it's tight.
Oop.
I can see that piece being somewhat
Pain in the ass.
of a pain in the ass. Of course, it not wanting to stay.
Come on. Blooper reel moment. Blooper reel moment. Do it.
Pinch my finger, right?
Alright, it shouldn't fall out.
I'm going to look down the rail. I'll give it the last few taps. Still free. Now this is where you actually want to look through your holes, and I got to come on just a little bit more because I'm running interference on one of the holes right now, so I'm still not on far enough. And there should be just a little bit of a gap between those two. Clearance, and I have clearance.
Okay, now that Scott's got the rail all the way home, we're going to show
you.
you some tricks with the hardware.
I'm going to show you something that they've done with the hardware that's really kind of cool.
God, your fingers are nasty.
This Torx bolt actually has notches and I forget what they called it in the instructions, a cross bolt or whatever. But now this one's the one that you're going to want to torque down first, because as the other bolt comes in from the other side, which is just a standard head, is actually going to, let's see if I can get this to show you up close, lock in right there. So you can moving. Oh my god. Okay. It'll actually lock in, so you can see that the bolt itself will fit in the notches of the other bolt. So it's really going to be impossible for this thing to loosen up. Oh my god, I keep moving a lot. Sorry, people.
Jeez, even Michael J. Fox doesn't shake that much.
Whew. I'm telling you. Get away and go and put these in without Loctite. We're just going to put a little dab of blue.
The supplied blue.
The supplied blue on our bolts.
You know how many Smurfs died for you to have that bottle of Loctite?
Well, it's too bad for them. Okay, so that one's going to slide on through. Just hold it with your fingy. Drop the other side through. Line it up. Get them started.
Now the rear one you just want to just barely start in, otherwise you won't be able to torque down your...
I actually have to back that one off. Just to give me clearance for the notched one. So now when you're tightening that one, you're going to want to make sure that you're going to be left in a groove so that your other bolt will come through and lock. Just like that. So what do you think?
It looks pretty good.
Huh?
And it's one less thing sitting on the damn bench.
Right? We're gonna complete this little build. So there you go.
What's it feel like?
That's pretty light.
Actually, it's pretty light for what it is.
Yeah, for the length of that, that's not bad. I just threw an A2 on there just to give it a finished look.
Why do you always do this?
I always do what?
Go show them a closer look. God. Kids.
You guys see that stainless steel poking through that key mod.
It looks pretty badass.
It looks pretty good.
Pops out pretty good. I'm totally digging that BCM handguard.
Pretty nice flatness on that rail. One down, two to go. Whoa, 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 what are you doing over there?
Hey, he doesn't have a lower down. I'm gonna freaking take this thing
shoot
out.
his upper.
Well, why the hell can't I? We built it.
That just ain't right. It's a violation, dude. That's
No.
You're overstepping.
That's not a violation.
You're
now, when you have two more down here
You're overstepping.
that he hasn't put together yet.
You're overstepping.
Oh fuck! You know, as soon as I walk out of the room, you're gonna take it from range.
That don't feel bad.
I know.
That don't feel bad at all.
No, I'm digging that BCM rail. We've never installed the BCM rail before, and I dig it.
No, it's
cool.
It's a nice tight fit. I don't think you're gonna have any loosening
Yeah.
up problems with that. I mean that thing is.
That's the first
solid.
one we've had to heat to put on.
Yeah, it's a sweat fit basically.
Yep.
I mean it's still tight even though it was up to temperature, so that's really gonna make a difference down the line.
I like the way it comes in at the front like that. So alright guys, thanks for watching. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we also just started up our own Patreon page. So if you get a chance, check that out.
Bigger.
Yeah, I'm begging because we are a self-funded channel, and I don't.
Yep, comes out of the right hand and left hand pocket.
We don't have sponsors paying our way, so everything that you see on our channel is something that we're building for us or friends or someone else, or it's coming out of our pocket. So
yeah, it would be nice to be sponsored, but we were talking about this before, and unless it was like an ammo sponsor or
a range,
something like that, that would be
range.
cool. But to ever be sponsored by a manufacturer of some sort, it's not really our style because we don't want to give a biased opinion.
Yeah, and I don't
If we
want to
have
be put in a situation where I have to give them a good one or we lose our sponsorship. So that's
Yeah,
not
not our style.
But so that's out there, and remember, don't take liberty.
For granted.
See you around.